On this Feast of St. Francis, I'd like to begin with a prayer attributed to St. Francis, even though he probably didn't pray it. But it sums up Francis's approach to life. So let us pray. Lord, make us instruments of your peace. Where there is hatred, let us sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is discord, union. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. Where there is sadness, joy. Grant that we may not so much seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to understand, to be loved as to love. For it is in giving that we receive, it is in pardoning that we are pardoned, and it is in dying that we are born to eternal life. Amen. We are connected to each other and to God's created world. That, I think, has been the theme of this season of creation at St. Anne's. We are bound up with one another and with all of creation. Our fates are aligned, and the only way forward for us as Christians is to live with some measure of humility and to treat others with dignity and respect. The only way forward for us is to put on the mind of Christ, who did not lust for power and control, but who took on the nature of a servant. I keep saying over and over again in my preaching, it seems, that it is time for Christians to get back to basics and recommit to core features of Christian faith. I think the pandemic has reinforced this for me. We have to think long and hard about who we really are. And we have to lean into the mission, the central mission of our faith, love of God and love of neighbor, love that includes justice. And St. Francis can help us with that. Francis lived his early life with access to power and privilege, but he laid that aside to live instead in communion with, in solidarity with, those who were most rejected, most forgotten in his society. He focused his energies on care for the poor and kinship with all he encountered. Now, he's become a sort of patron saint for pet blessings because of his sense of kinship with the natural world, with brother sun and sister moon, as he called them. But it's important to remember that his sense of connection to the natural world and his connection with, his solidarity with the poor and outcasts, they aren't two separate ideas. They are two sides of the same coin, two parts of a whole. If we Christians can follow in Francis's footsteps, as he followed in the steps of Jesus, if we can see that love of God, love of neighbor, and love of all that is, if we can see that this is our core purpose, we can change the world. If we can lay aside our grasping for power and control and instead serve all those we meet, live in solidarity with all those we meet, we can change the world. Francis calls us today to follow Jesus in a way of love that respects the dignity of all creation. Francis calls us Christians to remember who we are. Keep a clear eye towards life's end, Francis wrote. Do not forget your purpose and destiny as God's creatures. What you are in his sight is what you are, and nothing more. Remember that when you leave this earth, you can take nothing that you have received, but only what you have given. A full heart, enriched by honest service, love, sacrifice, and courage. I love that. You can only take what you have given. A full heart, enriched by honest service, love, sacrifice, and courage. May we have the courage to live as Francis lived, in connection with, in solidarity with all of God's creatures. May we have the strength to follow in the footsteps of Jesus Christ. Amen.